Koo.
Dorothy Koo.
Dorothy Koo, yes. And she told Father Ben, you guys need to incorporate CDC. Center for Disease Control, you know, this is the kind of thing that we had no idea what nonprofit was. It had never been done. Everything literally goes to the church in this community. I mean, good, bad, it goes to the church. I mean, that's just how this community is so tight knit. It is very, very evolved. You know, like we literally revolve around the church, if not the temple. Not a whole lot of temple people, sorry, guys. But yeah. So we basically were incorporated in response to the storm. We started out by doing actually what we call a design charrette. Original designs kind of beat up by now, but basically we invited a group of urban planners, architects, and engineers from around the country, and actually 2 from Vietnam, came and pro bono came up with a ton of designs, and these are all from community forums. We had a serious community forums, a bunch of them, with young folks, old folks, middle-aged groups, to ask them, now that we've been faced with this disaster, we're going to have to rebuild. So how do we rebuild? How do you want to rebuild? What do you want right now? What do you want for the long term? And so we had, from all of the serious community forums, we basically came up with these different designs. On there included, of course, education. Because when we first came back from the storm, the state and the city, they couldn't answer it because, you know, the community came back and we said, hey, we want to come back, but what about kids? How are they going to go to school? Where are they going to go to school? They never gave an answer. They couldn't give an answer because they didn't know themselves. So education was a big piece. Healthcare, like when we come back, where are we going to go to see healthcare? You know, the closest hospital. That's some of the original charrettes that we did. They're all 5 years old. And this one is a facade improvement. This is a business one that very common for a lot of Vietnamese Americans to say, hey, I want to look like California. You know, it's just very, very common. That is kind of like their dream. And yeah, a lot of them are facade. That's more facade improvement. And so education, healthcare, and so because, you know, like Min said a while ago, we have no hospital in New Orleans. We have 3 in the area. Methodist, which was Min pointed out, off of Reed, Lakeland, which is Bible Alert, and 1 in Chalmette. They're all shut down, they're all closed. And there's ones are about the same distance downtown to Tulane and LSU, or you go to Slidell, and they're about the same distance. You know, if you're lucky, you don't hit traffic for 25 minutes, 25, 30 minutes, you don't hit traffic.
30 minutes.
About 30 minutes. So that's if you're going 70, 75. So that's kind of how we drive.
The reason, I mean, it doesn't take long to get like to the downtown area, but like to get around to get to that area, it's hard. Like it takes long.
It takes long. So you know, as I was saying, you know, if you get a stroke, you better pray while you're driving there. That's literally what it is.
So is there ambulance service?
There is. They have to come
Then
from
they've got to
there.
come from all the way.
They have to come from downtown or Slidell, drive here, pick you up, and then drive back out there. So you're looking at an hour.
What percentage of the population would you say has returned?
Ooh, we forgot that.
And this in New Orleans, east or Versailles.
In this community, this 1.5 mile radius, it's about 95%. Yeah. If you take a tour literally around the neighborhood homes, once in a while you'll find a home that's not rebuilt and it's not owned by a Vietnamese American. I promise you that. Yeah. So everyone is, and not only we've lost some community members to Houston, Texas, or California, and whatnot, but we've gained a lot of new community members. We've had a large influx of Latinos coming to this community, and we believe we receive them really well. You know, a lot of the businesses have actually catered to them, you know, carried a lot of the Latino products. But so healthcare, education, the forum was something that was brought up simply, and the forum plan is right here. Lauren's our urban forum project manager, and this was a project that was brought up really because this community, we're a very agricultural based community. It's a heritage, like you go behind my parents' house, literally every inch is they're growing something. And for the Vietnamese community, it's not really, they don't really think of it as food sustainability, sort of like, oh, it's kind of passed on from generation to generation. And what they grow, they'll eat it, and what they don't eat, they'll sell either to the market. Like my mom forces it on me. She literally, like, you know, takes it and gives it to us. And so,
Can I mention something too? So some of the stuff that the Vietnamese community grow, you can't go to like Whole Foods to buy it.
yeah.
Or you can't go to Winn-Dixie.
Water spinach. Water spinach is not even
Yeah.
available anywhere.
Excuse me. Going back